Today, we're discussing the top 5 stocks on MarketBeat watch list. We're going to be talking about Advanced Micro Devices, Canopy Growth Corporation, OnSemi, Realty Income, and Nvidia. Let's get started. Well, thanks for joining me again this week, guys. Today, we're talking about the 5 trending stocks on MarketBeat watch list, and let's just jump right into it. So number 1 on our list, it's a familiar name, Advanced Micro Devices, AMD. Thomas, you're up first for this. Why don't you tell us what you know about this stock?
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised to see AMD at the top of the list right now. It is a solid blue chip microchip company. It's got a well-established business in the embedded market. Technically, it's really Nvidia's only competition in this new AI push with its data center exposure, even though it's not really a competitor with Nvidia. Nvidia is well established there and will maintain its market share for some time. But AMD is a player in AI that we should not ignore. The long-term opportunity here is the embedding of AI into all of our devices over time. Right now, the analysts are supporting the stock. They're leading it higher. Even though the market is correcting, I see this as a buying opportunity.
All right, moving along here, Chris, cannabis stocks have been reborn lately, if you want to say that. Many are hopeful, of course, of legalization and the windfall that would mean for the entire industry here. But you see potential at, do you see the potential at Canopy Growth Corporation, Chris?
Okay, so I'll take the second part first. There's been a lot of consolidation in the cannabis sector since about 2018, 2019. And Canopy Growth is one of those companies that set up well if something happens. Right now, there's a couple things that are getting cannabis investors excited. As you mentioned, Lacey, there is a renewed push to have marijuana declassified as classified as a less what's the word? A less controlled substance on the federal level. There's also a movement to try to get the Safe Banking Act passed. This is an important piece of legislation that would allow U.S. banks to do business with cannabis companies in states where marijuana is legal. So the question that investors have to ask themselves is, how likely do they think that either of these things is going to happen? My opinion right now is I'm not that optimistic. Washington is just getting back into session now, and they've got to concentrate on keeping the government open for the next month. And there's no guarantee that they're going to be able to do that. And then we're right into an election year. There are passionate opinions on both sides of this issue. As an investor, I don't really care about that. What I care about then is prudence. And that just says to me, I'm going to wait to see a little bit more traction before I want to get involved in this stock.
Definitely a smart move there. I mean, I don't know how many of us feel comfortable investing in on those what ifs. So we'll wait and see what happens with those.
Analysts aren't very bullish, Lacey. If that's any indication, the analysts are almost all in the camp of selling. So, for what that's worth, I'll throw that out there.
All right, moving along again, Thomas, I know this one is on your personal watch list. It's OnSemi. Why do they stand out in the crowded semiconductor sector?
Well, this is another solid blue chip player. Over the last few years, they've kind of shifted focus into automotive and industrial end markets, which is pretty important right now in the AI push. The generative AI is making a lot of headlines, but the industrial and automotive applications are the ones that are making money. Same thing with the analysts. They're leading this stock higher. The market is currently correcting. So I view this as another buying opportunity.
So we had wrote on MarketBeat recently about Realty Income, and it was one of the most popular articles of the week. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised by that one. But I suspect it's all about the dividend. But what else can you tell us about that one, Chris?
Yeah, Lacey, it is all about the dividend. Realty Income, for those that aren't familiar with it, it's a real estate investment trust, or REIT. In this case, it does pay a dividend. Right now, that dividend is around 5.65%, and they've been increasing the dividend for about 30 years. So if you're a fixed income investor, this is a great opportunity. 5.65% yield on that dividend is better than the rate on the 10-year and even the 2-year right now, as far as the treasury bills go. Plus, the company's projecting about a 4% growth in earnings this year, Analysts are saying that the stock price could go up as high as 25%. So you're getting that 25% growth on top of the dividend yield. Right now, Realty Income is a really good investment for those people that are in that camp of income-oriented fixed income investments.
Yeah, it sounds like a good option for sure. All right, another chip name, maybe the hottest one out there right now, Thomas, Nvidia. No surprise it's on our list. I mean, you couldn't stop yourself from talking about it right at the beginning of the video
Right.
when we weren't there yet. But do we have anything in the way of a surprise with earnings and revenue?
Yeah, as far as Nvidia being on this list, that's like duh. I mean, Nvidia is the hottest chip maker right now because of the generative AI push. That's all centered in the cloud. So Nvidia's chipsets and GPUs are the go-to chipsets for cloud and AI. Analysts are leading it higher, just like the other stocks. They're looking at double-digit upside. I think that's entirely possible. I think what's going to drive this stock is what has been described as the mind-bending results. The results in Q2, the results in Q3 have all been really above expectations with 50% growth, huge upside to the guidance. I think that's going to continue again, and that should continue to lead the stock higher. Right now, it's pulling back from a high, and I think it's setting up for a buying opportunity.
All right. Well, I hope our viewers enjoyed our breakdown of the top 5 trending stocks on MarketBeat. We've explored the potential of advanced micro devices, highs and lows of Canopy Growth Corporation, semiconductor strength of OnSemi, the dividend prowess of Realty Income, and the undeniable force that is Nvidia. You can learn more about these stocks by checking out the resources I've linked for you down below. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay updated. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. We'll talk soon.